What's up, trainers? Today we're diving deep into one of the most interesting team builds for Kanto, the ultimate squad for Blastoise in FireRed and LeafGreen. We're about to shake things up with some overpowered choices that'll make your journey absolutely legendary. Now, what makes this team special? Unlike Charizard and Venusaur, our boy Blastoise rocks just the water typing, which opens up some crazy team building possibilities. This team has been extensively tested to handle everything Kanto throws at you. Gym leaders, Elite Four, Team Rocket, and yes, even that rival who's been a pain since day one. Important: all moves and strategies discussed are obtainable before the Elite Four, including content from the Sevi Islands. No egg moves needed, no trading or version exclusives. We're keeping it accessible. Also, we won't be considering any legendary bird. Without further ado, here's the best team for FireRed and LeafGreen versions. Blastoise Edition. Blastoise. This Pokémon is the definition of balance. Its stat distribution allows for an offensive, defensive, or even mixed approach. This condition exists because the water type is very good in all regions, and in Kanto, this quality is highlighted when we have this type's starter chosen to begin our journey. Did you know that you could easily solo the game with this turtle in just under 2 hours? What sets Blastoise apart from other water-type Pokémon is how early in the game we can obtain it. The vast majority are available after several badges, and even then, they're not the best options. Additionally, many version-exclusive Pokémon are of this type, making Blastoise's position privileged. As mentioned above, the blue turtle's statistics are balanced, but its focus is as an offensive tank. Its defense and special defense bases are above average, and its HP is reasonable, allowing it to absorb some hits and utilize its torrent ability at maximum potential. The moveset is identical to many other teams using Vaporeon or Lapras. Surf and Ice Beam are practically mandatory on all water-type monsters to cover their grass weakness and form a strong offensive combination. Good luck on Game Corner. Then we have Bite, a dark-type move that still uses special attack as its base for calculation. This move is very useful against Misty and her Starmie, and later against Sabrina. We finish with Toxic, a technique used to slowly eliminate opponents, and very good against Pokémon with high HP bases like Gyarados and Dragonite. Primeape. The second monster on our team can be obtained early in the game and prove to be a consistent choice throughout any trainer's journey. Even while competing with another similar Pokémon, Hitmonlee, Primeape is more than capable of fulfilling its role as a massive damage dealer, something fighting-type monsters specialize in. Fast, and with moderate high overall stats, Mankey can be caught on Route 22 west of Viridian City, meaning we can train it from level 2, gaining effort values in its attributes very early in the game, and with that, its offensive potential grows with each battle. Inevitably, there's a comparison with Hitmonlee due to when both become available. Mankey can be trained at the beginning of the campaign and evolves from level 28. Hitmonlee is obtained at level 30, around the 4th gym, and only after completing the dojo challenge in Saffron. Due to its offensive nature, Primeape will be completely one-dimensional. Attack, attack, and attack. The fighting type in Kanto might not be very attractive thanks to the dominance of Psychic-type Pokémon. However, the coverage provided by its moves compensates for this small weakness. My recommendation for stab moves is Brick Break TM31 that can be bought in the Celadon department store and Cross Chop. To cover its deficiencies, Rock Slide is available to be learned in Rock Tunnel via Move Tutor. Like Blastoise, we have to assign one of the 5 HMs present in the Kanto region. Since it can't fly or swim, Strength was chosen to compose its moveset, providing a consistent option for dealing damage in various battles. Nidoking. The male dinosaur reappears as one of the best options for Blastoise's team, as its combination of types, poison, ground, is very effective when paired with our starters. The attributes also count in its favor, as they are well distributed, allowing King Nido to adapt to the team in whatever way the trainer chooses. Nidoking goes beyond just good stats. Its move pool is one of the most vast in the first generation, and when combined with its good attributes, its performance is very consistent. Since we have Squirtle as our starter, it's not problematic to obtain Nidoran only after beating Brock. We start its moveset with one of the best offensive moves in the game, Earthquake. Powerful and with Stab, the Earthquake is the main damage tool. Dig will be used until we obtain TM26. The second move will be Thrash, a normal type technique that's very strong overall and very useful early in the game thanks to its high base power. To complete its moveset, we have the best offensive combination in Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, which can be obtained in the game corner. Competitively, these two moves are known as Bolt Beam, having great super effective coverage regardless of the generation they're used in. If you get tired of farming coins in the casino, teaching this Pokemon surf is always a good choice. Dodrio. This three-headed bird arrives to deal tons of damage to opponents and complement the team's offensive threat. Its type combination, normal, flying, is extremely potent. Both the normal and flying types deal damage based on the triple bird's high attack stat, one of its best attributes. Available as soon as we reach Celadon, Doduo will be used against Erika and her grass-type trainers, ensuring a large amount of experience and important effort points for its development. Once the double bird reaches level 31, it becomes Dodrio. Its ability, Early Bird, is quite useful against the 4th and 5th gyms, since the sleep condition is quite present. Dodrio's moves will be Drill Peck, a powerful flying type move, and will be its main damage tool. Additionally, we have Tri Attack, a normal type move that still has a 10% chance to cause burn, paralyze, or freeze. You can always teach Dodrio Return, since it's another strong normal type attack. To close its moveset, we count on Steel Wing, a steel type move to deal double damage to rock type Pokemon, main enemies of its 2 stabs. The cherry on top, and the height of comedy and memes in the Pokemon universe, involves the 4th and final move of its moveset, Fly. Jinx. We can consider the Ice Witch as the team's most valuable Pokemon due to the fact that its 2 types, Icy, Psychic, are generally speaking offensively dominant, especially in the Kanto region. The first generation is known for Psychic supremacy, as Pokemon of this type were basically unstoppable, due to the lack of resistances, only the Psychic type itself, and the near non-existence of super effective moves against them. When we add the Ice type to the mix, we have in our hands one of the best Pokemon in the region. Possessing attributes aligned with its proposal, powerful moves, and perfect damage coverage, Jinx stands out compared to other Psychic-type Pokemon, precisely because of its first type, something few monsters in this region can keep up with. To improve the scenario even further, we can obtain Jinx with just 2 badges, because after we defeat Misty, our choice of gyms is free until Blaine. From there, we must fish for a Poliwhirl and trade it for a Jinx in Cerulean City, next to the Pokémon Center. The good rod can be obtained in Fuchsia City, which implies having defeated Team Rocket in the Celadon Casino, obtaining the Poké-Flute in Lavender City, and waking up the Snorlax that blocks access to the Pink City. Its moveset will be composed of Ice Beam and Psychic, which need no introduction. These two moves will be used in practically all battles, being responsible for Jinx's success. Our utility option is Lovely Kiss. We finish its damage coverage with Water Pulse, and although it's not a powerful move, it covers weaknesses against fire and rock types. Snorlax. Every team needs a front line, that is, something or someone to absorb damage for their allies. The beloved sleepy Pokémon Snorlax is the perfect option for this position. When evaluating the team's weaknesses, we notice that fire and ice types hit several of our monsters with super effective damage. To mitigate this situation, Snorlax was selected due to its ability Thick Fat, which halves the damage caused by these two types. In other words, it's as if Snorlax had resistance instead of receiving neutral damage, which helps tremendously in the team's good functioning. In fact, being a normal type monster ensures not only stability in the type chart, but also access to various moves. Thus, we can shape Snorlax according to the team's needs, and we start its moveset with Body Slam for obvious reasons. It's a stab move with 80 base points and a 30% chance to cause Paralyze effect on opponents. Even while being flexible, we opted for a more conservative set of moves. In order to hit Rock and Steel type Pokémon resistant to normal type, we have Brick Break. Thunderbolt was chosen for dealing super effective damage to two very common types in Kanto, Flying, and Water. Its special attack isn't the best, but it's not disposable either and can be used to a certain extent. The final move is Yawn, applying the sleep effect after one turn, which can be used to incapacitate dangerous targets like Lance's Dragonite or the rival's Alakazam. There you have it, trainers. This team isn't just strong, it's practically unstoppable when used correctly. The combination of early game availability, perfect type coverage, and strategic movesets makes this one of the most reliable teams you can build when choosing Blastoise as your starter. If you enjoyed this team build and would like to see some other builds, leave a comment. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thank you for watching.